The next phrase is leave no stone unturned. Leave no stone unturned means to try every possible way to achieve something. The police left no stone unturned in their search for the missing child. This means the police tried everything they could to find the child. She left no stone unturned to get the job she wanted. This means she made every effort to get the job. They left no stone unturned in preparing for the competition. This means they did everything possible to get ready for the competition. The next phrase is leave someone to their own devices. Leave someone to their own devices means to let someone do what they want without helping or controlling them. The teacher left the students to their own devices during the project. This means the teacher allowed the students to work independently. If you leave him to his own devices, he'll just play video games all day. This means if no one controls him, he'll spend the whole day gaming. Sometimes it's good to leave children to their own devices and let them explore. This means giving children freedom can help them learn by themselves. The next phrase is leave your mark. Leave your mark means to have a lasting effect or influence on something. She left her mark on the company with her creative ideas. This means her ideas had a big and lasting impact on the company. His actions left a mark on everyone who knew him. This means his behavior had a strong influence on people. The artist left her mark on the city's culture. This means her work became an important part of the city's culture. The next phrase is make your mark. Make your mark means to become successful or important in a particular field. She made her mark as a talented scientist. This means she became known and respected in the science world. He wants to make his mark in the film industry. This means he wants to become successful in movies. The new player made his mark in his first match. This means he impressed others in his first game. The next phrase is lend itself to something. Lend itself to something means to be suitable or good for a particular purpose. This room lends itself to small meetings. This means the room is good for hosting small meetings. The quiet environment lends itself to studying. This means the calm place is suitable for studying. The design lends itself to easy changes. This means the design can be changed easily. The next phrase is let go of something. Let go means to release something you are holding. He let go of the rope and fell into the water. This means he stopped holding the rope and that made him fall. She let go of his hand as they crossed the street. This means she stopped holding his hand. Let go of the balloon and it flew into the sky. This means the balloon rose after being released. The next phrase is let go of something. Let go can also mean to stop thinking about something painful or upsetting. It's time to let go of the past and move on. This means stop holding on to past memories and look ahead. She finally let go of her anger. This means she stopped feeling angry. He needs to let go of his fear to succeed. This means he must stop being afraid in order to do well. The next phrase is let go of somebody. Let go of somebody means to stop holding someone, either physically or emotionally. She let go of her son's hand at the school gate. This means she stopped holding her son's hand when he entered school. He finally let go of his ex-girlfriend and moved on. This means he emotionally stopped thinking about or missing her. The police had to let go of the suspect due to lack of evidence. This means they released the suspect because there was no proof. The next phrase is let off steam. Let off steam means to release strong emotions, usually by doing something active. He goes jogging every evening to let off steam. This means he runs to release stress or anger. She shouted at her pillow to let off steam. This means she expressed her anger in a safe way. They went dancing to let off steam after a tough week. This means they danced to relax and feel better. The next phrase is let your guard down. Let your guard down means to stop being careful or alert. Don't let your guard down during negotiations. This means you should stay alert and not relax too soon. She finally let her guard down and talked about her feelings. This means she opened up emotionally after being cautious. He let his guard down for a moment and got hurt. This means he relaxed his caution and something bad happened. The next phrase is let your hair down. Let your hair down means to relax and behave freely, especially in a fun way. She let her hair down at the party and danced all night. This means she let it. This means she relaxed and had fun. It's time to let your hair down after such a busy week. This means now is the time to enjoy and unwind. He never lets his hair down, even on vacation. This means he stays serious and doesn't relax much. The next phrase is, let's face it. Let's face it means to accept a difficult truth. Let's face it, we can't finish this project by tomorrow. This means we should accept that it's impossible to finish on time. Let's face it, he's not coming back. This means we should accept that he won't return. Let's face it, eating healthy is hard. This means we need to admit that healthy eating takes effort. The next phrase is, like hell. Like hell means with great force, or as an expression of disbelief or anger. He ran like hell when he saw the fire. This means he ran very fast in fear. Like hell, I'm going to clean your mess. This means I strongly refuse to clean it. They worked like hell to meet the deadline. This means they worked extremely hard. The next phrase is little more. Little more means only slightly more than something else. It's little more than a guess. This means it is almost just a guess. The new plan is little more than the old one. This means the new plan is not very different from the old one. He offered little more than a weak excuse. This means his excuse wasn't much better than nothing. The next phrase is little better. Little better means only slightly improved or not much different. The second draft was little better than the first. This means the second version was only slightly improved. He felt little better after resting. This means he was still feeling bad even after some rest. Her explanation was little better than a guess. This means her explanation was not much more accurate than a guess. The next phrase is long before. Long before means much earlier in time. She had finished her homework long before dinner. This means she completed it a lot earlier than dinner time. Long before we arrived, the guests had already left. This means the guests were gone well before we got there. He knew the answer long before the test began. This means he already knew it much earlier than the test. The next phrase is long for something. Long for something means to strongly desire or miss something. She longed for peace and quiet. This means she really wanted some calm and silence. After years abroad, he longed for home. This means he deeply missed his home. They longed for the day they could travel again. This means they hoped for that day with strong desire. The next phrase is long to do something. Long to do something means to strongly want to do an action. She longed to see her family again. This means she really wanted to visit them. He longed to speak his mind. This means he wished he could say what he truly felt. They longed to escape the busy city life. This means they deeply wanted to leave the crowded city. The next phrase is loom large. Loom large means to appear very important or worrying. The exam loomed large in her mind. This means she kept thinking about it and felt stressed. The threat of war looms large over the region. This means people are very worried about war. His past mistakes still loom large in his career. This means those mistakes continue to affect his job. The next phrase is lose count. Lose count means to forget the number after too many times. I lost count of how many times I told him. This means I said it so often I don't remember the number. She lost count after counting 20 birds. This means she couldn't remember after reaching 20. He lost count of the emails he received today. This means he got so many that he stopped tracking them. The next phrase is lose face. Lose face means to suffer embarrassment or damage to reputation. He lied to avoid losing face. This means he didn't want others to think badly of him. She lost face when her idea failed publicly. This means people saw her failure and judged her. They didn't want to lose face in front of their guests. This means they wanted to protect their image. The next phrase is lose heart. Lose heart means to become discouraged or give up hope. She lost heart after so many failures. This means she felt too discouraged to keep trying. Don't lose heart, you're making progress. This means don't give up because things are improving. He lost heart when no one supported him. This means he felt hopeless without encouragement. The next phrase is lose sight of something. Lose sight of something means to forget the main goal or idea. In all the excitement, she lost sight of her original plan. This means she forgot what she first wanted to do. He lost sight of what really mattered. This means he stopped focusing on the most important thing. Let's not lose sight of the goal. This means we should remember what we are trying to achieve. The next phrase is Lose sleep over something. Lose sleep over something means to worry a lot about something. He lost sleep over the upcoming test. This means he was so worried that he couldn't rest. She doesn't lose sleep over small problems. This means she doesn't let minor issues bother her. Don't lose sleep over what others think. This means don't let their opinions worry you too much. The next phrase is lose your cool. Lose your cool means to get very angry or upset. He lost his cool during the meeting. This means he got angry and showed it. Try not to lose your cool when things go wrong. This means stay calm even if you're upset. She lost her cool and shouted at them. This means she couldn't control her temper. The next phrase is make a bad job of something. Make a bad job of something means to do something poorly. He made a bad job of fixing the sink. This means he didn't repair it well. I made a bad job of explaining it. This means I didn't explain it clearly. She made a bad job of painting the wall. This means the wall didn't look good after she painted it. The next phrase is make a good job of something. Make a good job of something means to do something well. She made a good job of the presentation. This means she presented it very well. They made a good job of cleaning the house. This means the house was cleaned nicely. You made a good job of your homework. This means the homework was done well. The next phrase is make a go of something. Make a go of something means to try hard and succeed. They made a go of the new business. This means they worked hard and found success. It's not easy, but we'll make a go of it. This means we will try and hopefully succeed. He moved to the city to make a go of his career. This means he wanted to work hard and do well. The next phrase is make a name for yourself. Make a name for yourself means to become well-known or respected. She made a name for herself in the art world. This means she became famous because of her art. He made a name for himself by winning the race. This means people noticed him after his win. The young chef made a name for himself quickly. This means he became popular in a short time. The next phrase is make a nonsense of something. Make a nonsense of something means to make something seem foolish or useless. His rude reply made a nonsense of the serious talk. This means his words ruined the serious discussion. The poor editing made a nonsense of the film. This means the movie didn't make sense because of bad editing. She made a nonsense of the whole plan. This means her actions made the plan look silly. The next phrase is make a run for it. Make a run for it means to try to escape quickly. They made a run for it when the rain started. This means they ran to get away from the rain. The thief made a run for it when he saw the police. This means he tried to escape by running. Let's make a run for it before the gate closes. This means let's hurry to get through the gate. The next phrase is make a splash. Make a splash means to attract a lot of attention. She made a splash at the fashion show. This means many people noticed her appearance. The new singer made a splash with his first song. This means his song was a big success. He made a splash by donating a large sum. This means his action got a lot of attention. The next phrase is make a start. Make a start means to begin doing something. Let's make a start on the project now. This means let's begin working on it. She made a start on her homework early. This means she began doing it ahead of time. We made a start despite the bad weather. This means we began even though conditions weren't good. The next phrase is make allowances for somebody. Make allowances for somebody means to be patient or forgiving with someone. We should make allowances for him. He's very tired. This means we should understand why he isn't at his best. She made allowances for her younger brother. This means she was patient because he was just a child. The teacher made allowances for the new student. This means the teacher was kind and understanding to the student. The next phrase is make allowances for something. Make allowances for something means to consider something when planning or judging. We must make allowances for the delay. This means we need to think about the time lost. The team made allowances for the bad weather. This means they changed their plans because of it. Make allowances for traffic when you plan your trip. This means think about possible traffic when choosing your time. The next phrase is make do with. Make do with means to manage with what you have, even if it's not ideal. We didn't have any cream, so we made do with milk. This means they used milk instead of cream. She had to make do with an old phone. This means she used the old one because she had no new one. We'll make do with what we've got. This means they will manage using only the available things. The next phrase is make light of something. Make light of something means to treat something as unimportant. He made light of his injury, though it was serious. This means he acted like it didn't matter. She made light of the delay. This means she didn't treat the delay as a big problem. Don't make light of his concerns. This means don't ignore or dismiss what he's worried about. The next phrase is make somebody's day. Make somebody's day means to make someone very happy. Your kind words really made my day. This means the words made the person feel very good. The surprise visit made her day. This means she was very happy to see them. That compliment made his day. This means the praise made him feel special. The next phrase is make sense of something. Make sense of something means to understand it. I can't make sense of this report. This means I don't understand the report. She tried to make sense of his actions. This means she tried to understand why he did what he did. Can you make sense of this message? This means the message is confusing and I need help understanding it. The next phrase is make something public. Make something public means to share it openly or officially. They made the results public yesterday. This means they announced the results for everyone to know. He made their relationship public. This means he told others they were together. The company made the changes public. This means the company told everyone about the changes. The next phrase is make waves. Make waves means to cause a strong reaction or change. The new policy is making waves in the industry. This means people are reacting strongly to it. She made waves with her bold ideas. This means her ideas got a lot of attention. Try not to make waves on your first day. This means don't cause trouble or stand out too much at first. The next phrase is make way for something. Make way for something means to move aside or allow space for something new. They demolished the old house to make way for a park. This means they removed it so the park could be built. Move aside and make way for the ambulance. This means let the ambulance pass. The new laws make way for faster decisions. This means the laws allow quicker actions. The next phrase is make your blood boil. Make your blood boil means to make you very angry. The unfair treatment made my blood boil. This means it made me extremely angry. Her rude comment made his blood boil. This means he was furious because of what she said. It really makes my blood boil when people lie. This means I get very angry when people are dishonest. The next phrase is make your blood run cold. Make your blood run cold means to scare you a lot. The scream in the dark made my blood run cold. This means it frightened me deeply. The ghost story made his blood run cold. This means it was very scary to him. The sight of the accident made my blood run cold. This means the accident was shocking and frightening. The next phrase is make your presence felt. Make your presence felt means to have a strong effect or be noticed. The new manager quickly made her presence felt. This means she had an immediate influence. His confidence made his presence felt in the meeting. This means people noticed and were influenced by him. The team made its presence felt on the field. This means they were active and made an impact. The next phrase is make a stand. Make a stand means to defend something firmly. They made a stand against injustice. This means they clearly opposed what was wrong. She made a stand for equal rights. This means she spoke up to support fairness. We need to make a stand now, or it'll be too late. This means we must take action and not stay silent. The next phrase is take a stand. Take a stand means to state your opinion clearly and firmly. He took a stand against corruption. This means he openly opposed it. It's time to take a stand on this issue. This means we must choose a side and defend it. She took a stand for the environment. This means she supported environmental protection openly. The next phrase is march off. March off means to walk away in a determined or angry way. She marched off without saying a word. This means she left quickly, showing anger. He got upset and marched off. This means he walked away because he was angry. The soldiers marched off after the ceremony. This means they left in a formal and organized way. The next phrase is march up. March up means to walk towards something or someone with purpose. She marched up to the teacher and complained. This means she approached the teacher directly and boldly. He marched up to the door and knocked loudly. This means he walked straight to the door with confidence. They marched up to the stage to accept the award. This means they approached the stage in a proud way. The next phrase is march down. March down means to walk firmly or purposefully down a path or toward something. He marched down the hallway without looking back. This means he walked confidently and directly. The students marched down the street in protest. This means they walked together with purpose. She marched down to the manager's office to complain. This means she went there directly, probably angry. The next phrase is margin of error. Margin of error means the amount of inaccuracy allowed in a calculation or result. The survey has a 3% margin of error. This means the actual number could be 3% higher or lower. Poll results often include a margin of error. This means there's some room for possible inaccuracy. Even with a margin of error, the results are clear. This means the conclusion stays the same despite slight variation. The next phrase is mean well. Mean well means to have good intentions, even if the results are bad. He upset her, but he meant well. This means he didn't intend to hurt her. They gave bad advice, but they meant well. This means their goal was to help, not harm. I know you mean well, but this isn't helpful. This means your heart is in the right place, but your action isn't. The next phrase is mind you. Mind you is used to add contrast, clarification, or emphasis in a conversation. It was a nice day. Mind you, it did rain later. This means there's a correction or extra detail. He's very rude. Mind you, he's kind to animals. This means though, or just so you know. I didn't study. Mind you, I still passed. This means surprisingly or even so. The next phrase is mind your own business. Mind your own business means stop interfering in someone else's matters. She told me to mind my own business. This means she didn't want me involved. Mind your own business and leave them alone. This means don't ask questions or judge. I was just trying to help, but he said, mind your own business. This means he didn't want outside help or comments. The next phrase is miss the boat. Miss the boat means to miss an opportunity. You missed the boat on that investment. This means the chance is gone. I waited too long and missed the boat. This means I acted too late. Apply now or you'll miss the boat. This means the opportunity won't last. The next phrase is mount a campaign. Mount a campaign means to start or organize an effort, usually large and serious. They mounted a campaign to raise awareness. This means they launched a planned effort. The group mounted a campaign against pollution. This means they took organized action. He mounted a campaign to win the election. This means he began a full effort to gain votes. The next phrase is mount a challenge. Mount a challenge means to begin or launch an effort to oppose or compete. She mounted a legal challenge to the decision. This means she started a formal objection. The team mounted a serious challenge in the finals. This means they strongly competed. He mounted a challenge against the policy. This means he took action to oppose it. The next phrase is mount a protest. Mount a protest means to organize and carry out a demonstration. Students mounted a protest over tuition fees. This means they publicly demonstrated. They mounted a protest against the new law. This means they organized resistance. Several groups mounted a peaceful protest. This means they planned and led a demonstration. The next phrase is mount something on. Mount something on means to fix or attach something onto a surface. The camera was mounted on the wall. This means it was attached there. They mounted the painting on a wooden frame. This means they placed and fixed it. A spotlight was mounted on the ceiling. This means it was installed overhead. The next phrase is mount something to. Mount something to means to increase to a certain level or number. The costs mounted to thousands of dollars. This means they rose to that amount. His debts mounted to an unmanageable level. This means they became too large. The total damages mounted to over $1 million. This means the final amount reached that figure. The next phrase is neck and neck. Neck and neck means very close in a race or competition. The two candidates are neck and neck. This means they have almost equal support. The teams were neck and neck until the last second. This means they were evenly matched. It's neck and neck in the polls. This means both sides are tied or very close. The next phrase is neglect to do something. Neglect to do something means to forget or fail to do it, often by carelessness. He neglected to lock the door. This means he didn't remember or bother. They neglected to tell us the meeting was canceled. This means they didn't inform us. I neglected to respond to the email. This means I forgot or didn't take action. The next phrase is no chance. No chance is an emphatic way of saying something is impossible. You want me to work all weekend? No chance. This means absolutely not. No chance. He'll never agree to that. This means it's not going to happen. They think they can win? No chance. This means it's extremely unlikely. The next phrase is not a chance. Not a chance means there is absolutely no possibility. You think I'll forgive him? Not a chance. This means there's no way I will. Not a chance he'll win that race. This means it's impossible. She asked if I'd lend her money. Not a chance. This means I totally refused. The next phrase is no comment. No comment is a formal refusal to answer a question, often from the press. When asked about the scandal, he replied, no comment. This means he refused to say anything. The spokesperson gave no comment on the issue. This means they stayed silent. She just said no comment and walked away. This means she avoided the question. The next phrase is no strings attached. No strings attached means there are no hidden conditions or obligations. They offered me the money, no strings attached. This means no catch or conditions. He gave her the gift with no strings attached. This means he expected nothing in return. It's a free trial, no strings attached. This means there are no hidden terms. The next phrase is none the happier. None the happier means not at all happier than before. He got the promotion but was none the happier. This means he still felt unhappy. They moved to a bigger house but were none the happier. This means it didn't improve their happiness. She won the award, yet was none the happier. This means it didn't cheer her up. The next phrase is none the poorer. None the poorer means someone's wealth was not affected, even after a loss. He gave away thousands and was none the poorer. This means he still had plenty left. They donated a lot, but were none the poorer for it. This means it didn't hurt their finances. She paid the fine and was none the poorer. This means it didn't impact her financially. The next phrase is none the wiser. None the wiser means still not knowing or understanding something after being told. I explained it twice, but he was none the wiser. This means he didn't understand. She read the instructions but was none the wiser. This means they didn't help her. They told me their plan, and I was none the wiser. This means I still didn't get it. The next phrase is none too clean. None too clean means not very clean. The bathroom was none too clean. This means it was rather dirty. That kitchen looks none too clean. This means it isn't especially clean. His hands were none too clean after gardening. This means they were quite dirty. The next phrase is none too clever. None too clever means not very clever or smart. His answer was none too clever. This means it wasn't a smart answer. She gave a none too clever excuse for being late. This means her excuse wasn't convincing. The idea seemed none too clever to me. This means I didn't think it was a good idea. The next phrase is none too pleased. None too pleased means not very happy or satisfied. She was none too pleased with the results. This means she wasn't happy with them. He was none too pleased when he heard the news. This means he was upset. They were none too pleased about the delay. This means they were unhappy about it. The next phrase is not be cut out to be something. Not be cut out to be something means not suited for a particular role or task. He's not cut out to be a teacher. This means he's not suited for teaching. She's not cut out to be a doctor. This means she's not suited for a medical career. I'm not cut out to be a leader. This means I'm not suited to lead. The next phrase is not be cut out for something. Not be cut out for something means not suited to a particular job or activity. He's not cut out for long hours in the office. This means he's not suited for that type of work. She's not cut out for physical labor. This means she's not suited for hard physical work. I'm not cut out for dealing with angry customers. This means I'm not suited for that kind of work. The next phrase is not be on speaking terms. Not be on speaking terms means not talking to someone because of a disagreement or argument. They haven't been on speaking terms for months. This means they've been ignoring each other. I'm not on speaking terms with my neighbor. This means we're not talking because of a conflict. They were not on speaking terms after the argument. This means they refuse to speak to each other. The next phrase is not be somebody's type. Not be somebody's type means not being the kind of person someone is attracted to. She's not his type. This means he doesn't find her attractive in that way. He's not my type. This means I'm not interested in him romantically. She's not really my type, but we're good friends. This means I don't feel romantically attracted to her. The next phrase is not be the end of the world. Not be the end of the world means not a catastrophic event. It's not as serious as it might seem. Losing my keys wasn't the end of the world. This means that wasn't such a big problem. It's not the end of the world if we miss the bus. This means it's not a serious issue. Failing the test wasn't the end of the world. This means it wasn't the worst thing that could happen. The next phrase is not be up to much. Not be up to much means not very good or not very important. The movie wasn't up to much. This means the movie wasn't very good. His performance wasn't up to much. This means his performance wasn't impressive. The food at the restaurant wasn't up to much. This means the food wasn't very good. The next phrase is not be up to scratch. Not be up to scratch means not meeting the required standard or quality. The repairs were not up to scratch. This means the repairs were not done well. Her work is not up to scratch. This means her work is not of good quality. The product wasn't up to scratch. This means the product wasn't as good as expected. The next phrase is not come up to scratch. Not come up to scratch means not meeting the expected standard. The team's performance didn't come up to scratch. This means the team didn't perform well enough. The service didn't come up to scratch. This means the service was below the expected standard. His explanation didn't come up to scratch. This means his explanation wasn't good enough.